Let's watch this video.
Life in the mountains of Costa Rica feels timeless. Everything feels connected to something bigger. The air is clean, the water's straight from the source, and the food is real. Fresh milk from cows grazing on pastures, cheese made the same way for generations, and meals cooked with ingredients that nourish every cell in your body. Life's pretty simple here, but it's powerful. Days start with sunlight, movement, grounding your body to the earth. There's ice-cold river plunges that wake up your system, and wood-fired jacuzzis that bring it all back to balance. It's a cycle of stress and recovery, work and rest, just like nature intended. This is a blueprint for longevity, a way to slow down and align with the kind of life that keeps you thriving. This is how I plan to live until 150. Good morning. I'm in the mountains in Costa Rica and look at this view. I honestly cannot get over it. It's so beautiful here and it's making me reconsider, do I need to live by the ocean? I've been staying in a very humid place in Costa Rica by the ocean, by the sea, and I always thought that I'm someone that needs to live by the ocean, but actually when you've got mountains like this, you've got hiking, adventure, there's community, there's markets, there's even a raw cheese farm which we're going to go see later. So I can get my raw milk, and there's a river. I don't know if you can hear it right now, it's flowing so fast, but having access to the river, and they've also got a hot tub that's powered by it's like a wood burner, so you just truck in logs. They've got that here, and it's kind of making me think that I don't need the ocean. Where I've been staying is so by the coast, it's humid, it's hot, whereas in the mountains, it's a little bit chilly. I haven't got a top on right now because I'm a little bit cold, but I've just woken up and had the deepest sleep because I've got this giant duvet on me, and I've honestly missed having a big duvet. There's something about the weight of it just kind of compressing you where you sleep, having such a deep sleep with that. So big day ahead. I just had a little bit of movement. I'm going to head down to the river, get a cold plunge in the river, go back and forth between the hot tub with the wood burner. It gets really hot. It's completely no electric. It's just a natural wood burner, chucking logs, gets to about 50 degrees Celsius, 110 Fahrenheit, I think. Going between that, it's really hot. So that gets the blood flowing, and then straight to breakfast. And after breakfast, we got a big hike heading into the mountains. It's a big day ahead, so let's go. Starting the day off with a really simple but nutritious meal. Got some rice and beans, some scrambled egg, some raw cheese, seasonal fruit with a bit of raw yogurt over the top, and of course I found myself some raw milk. So that's going to power me up for the hike ahead. But what I love is they cook everything in butter and it's all local. Even the raw dairy comes from the farm next door, which is amazing.
Oh my god, you should eat the cat. You should eat cattle, not what cattle eats. So the guy starts the day with exercise, which stresses your body. Then he goes to the cold water, which stresses your body again. Then he goes to the very warm water, which thankfully, because he just had the cold one, brings the body to baseline quicker. If it was just by itself, it would be another way to stress the body. He's talking about the ocean. Salt water basically dehydrates your skin, aging it quicker. And for breakfast he eats beans with rice. I mean, this has to be a joke. Was this video like published in April Fools last year? I thought it was more recent. Or whatever. I'm gonna take it serious. Who the hell even likes? Why would you eat that? Especially as a breakfast. Come on. I understand avocados are. This seems like a joke, like the biggest joke out there. I mean, my God, I thought this was going to prove Brian Johnson delusion, but it's just further increasing on it. I'm gonna try to focus now. Rice arsenic. It's a seed. It's full of anti-nutrients. And even if it's organic, the only thing that it has less bad than the normal one is not having glyphosate, but still is full of toxins and fiber, which is also not great for you. Then we see some cheese. I mean, I think it's cheese, this round thing. Cheese is amazing. It has a bunch of pre and probiotics, sure, fantastic, but let's also be honest. If you want to live the longest, you are not supposed to consume dairy because of the growth hormones. I think this is like those bananas from the earth or whatever. Also, sugar ages you quicker. Also, every food for survival in the wild, as in milk, your nature makes you, your biology makes you age very quickly in that baby state, so that you become tall and heavy enough to survive. And the same in each fall, the fruits fall from the trees, and you should be eating as much as possible to fatten up to survive the winter. But that's in the wild. If you have a house, you don't need to consume this, and this is absolutely essential as a baby. So it's like it was necessary, but now it's dumb to consume it if your goal is to live up to 150, which I doubt anybody will be able to get to unless starting from 0 years old with a perfect diet. And I have no clue what this is. This seems like overcooked yolks or egg omelette, whatever. More fruit and some toxic plant, more growth hormones, some water to dehydrate you. Great, very great. Like almost the worst possible breakfast you could have to age slower.
I've got some rice and beans, some scrambled egg, some raw cheese, seasonal fruit with a bit of raw yogurt over the top, and of course I found myself some raw milk. So that's going to power me up for the hike ahead. But what I love is they cook everything in butter, and it's all local. Even the raw dairy comes from the farm next door, which is amazing.
Even the cats know better than you how to live to 150. He's just relaxing. He probably ate some beef. I give it to you. You live in somewhere extremely gorgeous. This I promote, so to speak, because it's light movement. It's good for you and it doesn't stress your body. But to be honest, if you want to live as much as possible, you should really limit your bodily movements as much as possible. But then again, it should not be anyone's goal to live as much as possible, because then you won't live because you're obsessed with this goal that you put in your mind that is absolutely useless. You should have a wonderful life for 10, 20 years, who cares? watching a movie. If you have a pleasant experience, does the movie need to be 10 hours? No, it's perfect enough to be 10 hours.
Alright, so I'm back from the hike, and honestly, that was one of the best hikes I've done in such a long time. It feels so good just to be out in nature, but also barefoot, be in the rivers, playing around, and it's kind of funny, like, how insignificant it makes all your problems feel when you're somewhere where there's a huge flow of water or a waterfall or something where it's just generating so much power, you're sat next to it. All the stress just goes, but it also makes you realize how crazy nature is. So
All the stress just goes. I mean, why were you stressed to begin with? Is it your business? Is it whatever thoughts that you are feeding in your mind? I mean, how do you want to live to 150? To start, humans are capped at around 120. And the people who are able to go further just did everything perfect from the beginning. I see here proof that you don't feel well in your own skin. You don't feel at peace. If you don't feel at peace, your biome doesn't feel at peace because we are just a mirror of them. Thus, there are one significant or plenty smaller things that you are doing which are not good for you, for your well-being. I'm not even talking about this useless goal.
super blessed to have been able to get out all day, barefoot, hiking around with friends.
Then you say that you went for a hike and it tasted so great, like it hasn't been a big time. If it tastes so great, why don't you do it more often? It seems like you're hiding some information or impeding yourself of doing what you actually enjoy.
Like, it's so fun. I love it in the mountains. So, feeling great. Went to the farm as well, picked up some raw milk. My one problem now is that I'm starving and it's like just past lunchtime, so I'm waiting for dinner. We don't have anywhere to cook. We're in a hotel right now. So
Why would you cook? Do you know any animals who cooks? You only need to cook when you eat the foods that are not adapted to your biology. I mean, go out in nature. You are thankfully in nature. Use your senses and just eat what tastes good to you. Fruit, honey, if it's, and apparently it is that time of the year. Eggs, if you find them, and then meat with the blood. You don't need to use your brain, you just need to use your instinct.
what is some raw meat. So I'm literally just raw ground beef. Really good quality. I know the source, I know where it's come from, but it doesn't taste amazing. So, I mean, if I'm gonna have raw beef, I usually have like a tartare with egg, olive oil, a little bit of salt, or even as carpaccio. Right now, it's got a fucking raw dog the meat, so eating this,
Raw dog?
do a little
Yes.
workout, get some movement, I'll go back into the river, and I'm waiting for dinner time. Being healthy.
And if you want to live to 150, you, besides needing to eat everything raw, you need to eat foods that are very well digestible by your body. So no beans, no rice, no overcooked eggs. Whatever, you need to get everything with very low histamine, so no cheeses. Exactly.
It isn't about chasing perfection. It's about reconnecting with simplicity, whole foods, good.
What simplicity, man? Simplicity is living like a child, like a pet. That's what simplicity is all about. Not having time, just following what you feel like doing.
Friends around you, movement that feels natural, and moments that remind you what it means.
Yeah, I very often see kids doing this, and dogs as well. It feels so natural to them.
We live. We can't control everything, but we can control.
I mean, jumping, kids jump all the time, probably because of the caffeine they give them through the chocolate. Jumping and sprinting, but no running. Yeah, that's basically what we see kids
How
do.
we show up for ourselves. Every choice you make today lays a foundation for the decades ahead. So I hope there's at least one thing that you can take from this video which can be applied to your own life. Thank you for watching.
What did I take from this video is that thankfully, even though I don't live in a place as gorgeous as this, not that it is all that bad, it's pretty amazing. I have views like this, thankfully. I thankfully have the opportunity to chill way more, and I have the discernment to understand the things that I mentioned throughout this video. I hope you realize that man-made obsessions are completely useless, and the most important thing is just that you do what you feel like doing. That's what instinct is all about. Thanks for watching.